Hello everyone, you see the title. Welcome to my show slide video, the 211 Star and SterVens. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button right here, and don't forget to click the little bell so you can get a video update whenever I post a brand new video. Today I will be talking about the latest episode of Where People Talk. Jada brought Wale and Justin Baldoni to the Where People Talk to talk about love and what men think about love. And I'm gonna ask this question. I'm going to answer it at the end of my video. I will give you my 2 cents. And the question is, what is the huge misunderstanding people have when it comes to love? And what did I take away from this crazy episode? The number one thing I take about this episode was Willow. She kept me engaged throughout this episode, off topic. And I have something to say to people out there. Sometimes you worry about someone else, how they raise their kid. You forgot how to raise your own. Watching Willow sitting at the Where People Talk and having an opinion, not only just talking but say things, something that surprised her own mother, to me that was mind-blowing. And people out there was worried about how Jada and Will Smith was raising their kid. And I have a question for you. How is your kid is doing right now? And the number 2 thing I take away from this episode was Jada say, we all think we know how to love, but the important thing is we have to learn how to love. Do you know how to love? Leave your comment below and I might respond back to you. And the number 3 thing I took away from this episode is the interview. And Wale say something that was like, whenever he go out with girl or with people, and he always feel like he's an interview. And to me, whenever I go out with somebody, to me it is an interview. You asking the right question. I have a list, and I think it's crazy people think I have a list, but I don't think it's crazy. And the thing is, when those questions kind of allow me to understand who you are. And by your answer, I kind of figure it out if you're going to be a liability, if you're going to be an asset. And if you're not going to be an asset to me, I have to cut you off. I'm not there to use you, but then the thing is, I'm not here to take care of you. If that's not my job. So we have to be equal. You have to add value into my life. I could do better about myself. I don't need you to make me do better. And the number 4 thing I took away from this episode is dissolving the fantasy we have in our mind. We have the idea of what love should be. We created it. And when we find out that's not that at all, we freaked out. And Jada said something again, and I was like very interested of putting this. She said, when you meet your person, you meet the God or the goddess, but sooner or later the human being has to come out. And the pressure of making someone to do what you want them to do, that's just unfair. And you could, and Jada also did, I'm quoting her there right there. You cannot ask someone to be what you want them to be for you if you're not willing to do the same for them. And to me, that was wow. And the thing is, I'm going back what she mentioned about sooner or later we have to meet the human being. I think whenever we go out with somebody, we answer the question based on the answer we think they want to hear. And it's not like we lie to them, but we tell them a white lie just to get our way. And it's not fair, but that's the way it works. Sooner or later, you have to start being honest with that person. And that's when everything make a U-turn. Because in the beginning, and I think that's the thing I like about me, whenever I meet somebody, I'm really straightforward with people. And I think that's why I'm single, because they easily run away. And the 5th thing I take away from this crazy episode, how our parents play a huge part how we love. And I think if you will grow up into a household with only one parent, you always feel like you don't know how to be with another person, which I disagree. Because as a person, I feel like if you see something you want, somehow you have to find a way to get it. And I think if you are brought up to a single home, you have to find a way how to create your own relationship. It's the same thing if you are brought up with a 2 people household. You cannot try to duplicate your parent relationship. And the number 6 thing I take away, relationship is not a mirror that shows us who we are. Justin said the best discussion he ever got about marriage is 2 people take a lifetime of bullshit and bring it to the table and however trying to figure it out or trying to build a foundation. And I think that's the best way to describe love, marriage, relationship, friendship, however you want to put it. Each person have their own individuality, and y'all come together and just meet in the middle. In the beginning of my video, I asked this question. It is, what is the huge misunderstanding people have when it comes to love? To me, I think people think love should be easy. And when they find out love is not easy at all, they run away. And I kind of heard that, you probably heard that, more money, more problem. I think, what is love? Love to me is willing to work things out when things get hard. I don't mean stick in an abusive relationship. I mean, little thing, let's say the person lied to you about something. To me, you could work things out. The person lose their job, you could work things out. But if the person trying to abuse that power, then you know where to go from there. And I think love to me is all about working through the hard time. And one thing Willow say, which was, I'm like, wow, love is not what you think it is. You want love, you have to fight for it. Love is not about right and wrong. It's about understanding the other person. That's love. And she also say, you have to climb the mountain to see the beauty of the down. You have to climb the mountain to see the beauty of everything. And I think what I got from that quote is, you have to fight for love, you have to fight for your marriage, you have to fight for your relationship if you want it to work. And also when she say it's not about right and wrong, it's about understanding. And I think you could use that in your relationship, you could use that in your friendship, you could use that at work. It's all about find a middle ground for both people to be happy. And I think some people are stuck to I'm why you want thing, and they fucked up everything that could come to the relationship, that could come with the friendship, that could come with their at work. They're not willing to meet in the middle. And I think that was one thing I got from that statement. It's not about right and wrong, it's about understanding. And I think if people use that to their everyday life, you don't have to, whatever the person done, it doesn't have to be right and wrong. You just try to understand. And you don't have to agree with it. You do not have to agree with it at all. Just a little compassion, a little bit understanding, and I think we'll be in a better place to live, not in the US, around the world. And that was another great episode of Red Table Talk. That's my 2 cents of Red Table Talk. Please support Red Table Talk on Facebook. You might learn something new, and it might even open your eyes to the reality that was there all along. I feel like, I'm gonna keep saying it, the more we talk about the problem, the easier it is for us to fix it. And I am out. I will see you on my next episode of Red Table Talk Recap. Deuces. Thank you for watching another video of mine. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, and share it. I will see you on my next video. Once again, don't forget to subscribe.